Hey guys, today on People Now, hello Facebook Live.
Why Scarlett Johansson's divorce from her ex is hitting some big snags. We've got the details. Somebody threw a tantrum in front of the Queen.
My goodness.
It's been a dark couple of years. But yeah, things are good now.
They're getting better. The therapy's really helping, I think. Don't touch me.
Oh yeah, what's the beef between these two?
The problem is we're both up for James Bond right now. So.
I don't think so.
Plus, TGIF, people.
Massage time for Lilo from Stitch.
Little piggy puppy massage. We'll get to that in a little bit. TGIF, Facebook Live, and People.com. We have almost made it to the weekend. You guys happy? Feeling it? Got a ton of celebrity news to get to today. Beauty and the Beast stars Josh Gad and Luke Evans, you saw them there. They're opening up about how competing for James Bond has ruined their friendship. Are they joking? Are they serious? You'll see in just a little bit. But it did get us wondering, who should be the next James Bond? I'm voting for Josh Gad, obviously. But tell us which man or woman you would pick to play 007. We'll get to your answers live right here on the show a little bit later. But first, here's what you need to know and what's trending for your Friday. We have more news on Scarlett Johansson's divorce from estranged husband Romain Dauriac. It seems what began as private divorce negotiations has become a public battle, and now Dauriac's blaming Johansson's busy schedule for complicating custody arrangements. Dauriac's lawyer, Hal Mayerson, who previously told People his client was shocked by Johansson's divorce filing on Tuesday, now says child custody was a main point of contention during their private negotiations. Johansson, who travels often for work, is pushing for, quote, hybrid schedules and changing schedules, according to Mayerson, who says her ideas for custody are not in the best interest of his client. But Dauriac wants their 2-year-old daughter to live in his native France. But in Johansson's divorce filing, she asked for primary residential custody. Dauriac's lawyer talks about Johansson's request for custody, saying this: no mother or father wants to be the drop-in babysitter for the other parents. Now that the divorce has been filed with the courts, the attorney says Dauriac will pursue joint custody and primary physical custody, in addition to economic relief for child support and counsel fees. While Dauriac claims he was caught off guard by Johansson's filing, a source close to Johansson tells People the decision was not meant to be malicious, saying her team is just following standard legal procedure when you're going through a divorce. His lawyer seems to be contradicting himself by asking for privacy, but then making public statements. Meanwhile, Johansson previously issued a statement declaring that she will never open up about their split, saying, as a devoted mother and private person, and with complete awareness that my daughter will one day be old enough to read the news about herself, I would only like to say that I will never, ever be commenting on the dissolution of my marriage. Out of respect for my desires as a parent, and out of respect for all working moms, it is with kindness that I ask other parties involved and the media to do the same. Make sure to stay on People.com for all the breaking news on this story. And now moving on to this. Ouch. All right, follow me here, guys. Nicki Minaj clapping back at Remy Ma with not one, but 3 singles after Remy Ma released a 7-minute diss track ripping into Nicki on February 25th. Now, Remy Ma was in prison from 2008 to 2014 for assault, illegal weapon possession, and attempted coercion, which Minaj references in her new song, No Frauds. The track also features Drake and Lil Wayne. Minaj also dropping the tracks Regret in Your Tears and Changed It on Spotify Thursday night. Now, 2 weeks ago, Remy Ma released her 7-minute diss track accusing Minaj of plastic surgery, infidelity, and more. Remy recently told BuzzFeed, I do not condone or recommend the tearing down of another female. When you come from the bottom and you've actually managed to make something of yourself, it just makes me happy. It just makes me all mushy inside. However, in the event that you piss me off and we become arch enemies, run for cover. That's her quote. There you go. Now moving on to this. That's now 22-year-old Austin Hatch, and this week's People is taking us inside his life after surviving those 2 horrific plane crashes. A junior at the University of Michigan, Austin refuses to let those tragedies define him and now spends time giving motivational speeches. Austin has plans to marry his girlfriend of 2 years, telling People, I've lost a lot, but I'm very, very blessed. For more on Austin Hatch's inspiring story, make sure to check out People Icons, Heroes, and Survivors, Tuesday, March 14th at 10 p.m. Eastern on ABC. Just grab him by the hand. That is no way to act when you meet royalty, little fella. That little toddler's only job was to hand the Queen a bouquet of flowers, but as you can see, he absolutely did not want any part of it. Queen Elizabeth II was there unveiling a new war memorial in London. She didn't leave empty-handed, though. The toddler's parents finished the job, ended up handing the flowers to the Queen. Very funny stuff.
Massage time for Lilo from Stitch.
Does it get any better than a piglet massaging a bulldog puppy? I say no, it doesn't. Come on, people, it's Friday. We've all earned this. This is Stitch, the mini potbelly pig, giving his buddy Lilo, the bulldog, a very thorough body massage. Let's just take a second. Enjoy. Look at that. That's got to feel good right there under the neck. I love that Lilo and Stitch also very fittingly live in Hawaii. Too cute. I bet that pig could do a job on some feet.
Oh.
A good, like, foot massage.
I know, the dog's thoroughly enjoying it too,
Yeah.
which is my favorite part.
So
All right,
great.
you guys, let's check in with Facebook Live. Beauty and the Beast, Josh Gad and Luke Evans are claiming that competing for the role of James Bond ruined their bromance. We will have more on that soon. But we want to know who you think should be the next James Bond.
Edward says Idris Elba would be a great James Bond, and Gabby agrees, says Idris must be 007. So many
A
people
lot
on
of
that
people
train.
want Idris. I interviewed Idris and I asked him, and he said it wasn't going to happen. But maybe
No.
he'll change his mind.
With enough public outcry, guys, we can make
I
this happen.
know. Charlie says, I say Jeremy should play Bond.
Oh, right, obviously.
Yeah. Never.
No, I'm
offense,
cunning and super, like, I don't know, whatever. Keep the Facebook comments coming in, guys. Maybe I could do it. Come on, Andrea.
Oh, wait, now that it's
I'm
in your
sta-
head, now you're gonna start
starting
thinking
to think
it
I
could
could
actually
own
happen.
this. Cool cars, great
All right.
suits. Check in.
Never happened.
I don't have a car or great suits. Anyway, check in again soon with you on Facebook Live. First, Andrea, more trending news for
Yes,
us.
watch this.
Diaper duty isn't that bad.
Really?
That's where it sounds strange, but it's like it's one of the best parts because when he's ready to like get his
Cut
diapers. Diaper duty is one of the best parts.
Wait, what?
It's like because he as soon as you do that, they go to sleep. Like every time you change him, he's satisfied. You're done.
That would
that
be an
means
amazing
I get to
place
go to
to
sleep.
edit the video.
That's one of the best
Diaper duty it's one of the best parts.
Diaper duty is one of the best parts. One of the best parts.
Shay,
You're
on
saying
the-
after diaper duty, like the actual diaper duty.
No, that part it stinks literally.
Okay, come on, Shay. Diaper duty? I actually do not believe you. That singing country duo of Dan and Shay, and as many of you have guessed, Shay is a new dad. So him and his fiance welcomed a baby boy, Asher James, back in January. So I had to ask him what he was most surprised about when it came to fatherhood. Watch this.
The whole sleep thing is definitely, and more for Hannah, my fiance. She doesn't get any sleep at all because she has to like, feed him and he sleeps. He wakes up like every 3 hours or so, but he's sleeping more now. But not a lot of sleep at home, and I feel bad for her. So I know she'll be watching this. So I hope that right now you're sleeping and getting
I
good
do
rest,
too.
and that Asher is very asleep. Having a mini you is the coolest thing in the world. I mean, just getting to hold something that you created, is just. It's very inspiring, and it's like, I cannot believe that I made this. First of all, this thing is so much better than me, and it's definitely, hopefully, more Hannah than he is me. But
Problem is we're both up for James Bond right now, so it's adding a lot of tension to our
Very
relationship.
competitive
Yeah.
spirit we both have. He wants to do the musical version of it though, which I think is going to put me to the post.
Yeah, Moonraker musical.
I mean, I would definitely watch James Bond, the musical. Would you?
Yeah.
Definitely. Josh Gad and Luke Evans may seem like they get along great as LeFou and Gaston in Beauty and the Beast, but clearly there's some tension there. Well, not really, but they love to joke about it, and they've got quite the bromance. Watch this.
I think it was right before this interview started. We both looked at each other and we said, why don't we let the past go?
Let's just be friends now.
And we're about to do People, and we're like, people loves happy stories, and I was like, I don't want them to hear the truth about
Yeah,
what
we don't want
we've
them
been
to know that
dealing
we
with. No.
despise each other.
It's been a
anyway.
dark couple of years. But yeah, things are good now.
They're getting better. The therapy's really helping, I think. Don't touch me.
Luke and I met day one. It was the table read, I think.
Well, it was your day one. It was my day 8 because I'd
Yeah,
already been there a week
yeah.
doing dancing.
I'm not gonna lie, I was very intimidated by how much you knew at that
I
point.
did that on purpose.
I figured. So we met and we completely hit it off. Thank goodness, because it's like you're so worried since you're gonna spend all your time with this person that it's gonna be organic. You're not gonna have to force it, and it was completely organic.
Time after time, Time is ABC's new hit show, and it tells the story of a young H.G. Wells who chases serial killer Jack the Ripper into present-day New York City, which of course leads to a lot of interesting adventures. Time After Time is our Toyota People Pick of the day, and I recently chatted with the stars of the show, Freddie Stroma and Josh Bowman, where they told me what time period they would want to time travel to. Plus, I got the guys to open up just a little bit about their off-screen love lives. Watch this.
I'd like to roll some dice with the Rat Pack in when Vegas was cool.
Okay, I like that.
Maybe hang out with the Rat Pack for a bit. I think that'd be really cool. A nice evening.
Yeah, I would like to go back to my childhood, just around me, my brother, my sister, and my parents, and just see my parents through an adult's eyes. I had an awesome childhood, and I desperately want to be able to be a fly on the wall again.
So where to? The past or the future? Well, the future, of course.
Besides being on the show together, you guys have another thing in common. You met your significant others on set of your past TV shows. Dating co-stars cannot be easy, I would imagine. What would you say is the key to making something like that work?
Communication.
Mm-hmm.
Communication.
End quote.
Hey, whatever it takes.
Freddie, so you met your now wife on the set of Unreal, which is a great show, by the way. How is newlywed life? Has anything changed?
Not really, no. It's great. I mean, it's very nice. It's nice knowing she's family. It's weird she changed. It's funny for some reason the other day she was like, oh, you haven't changed the name in your phone. And then when she did that, there was a sudden moment. I was like, wow, that's really cool. Just change it because we spend so much time on our phones. And then when she's on set or whatever, and we call each other, and just seeing her name pop up with the same name is cool. It's nice to know she's family.
All right, guys, stay with us. Mama June pours her heart out about wanting to rebrand herself as the skinnier Mama June. Plus, meet the Army vet dad who is trying to fit a lifetime of dreams into his son's final moments. His story will inspire you this morning. Stick around.
This is King Cutie in People. His Royal Highness Prince George Alexander Louis of Cambridge. These are George's parents, George's home, his Nana, the Queen, and his staff of 644 Englishmen. This is George's dog Lupo, who inspired his favorite book, The Adventures of the Royal Dog Lupo, one George will share now that he's a big brother. People. The details make the story. Don't miss this week's People.
The stars are on the move, and we're following them in today's edition of Star Treks.
Will we ever see a tell-all book? Eventually, that's sort of
gosh,
sort of like
I don't know.
maybe it's the autobiography that turns into a tell-all, the real stories, life behind the set, or behind the scenes on Glee.
I think I would maybe save all that for like an autobiography.
Okay.
Maybe to have that be like a juicy chapter rather than the whole thing.
Is there a lot of juice there?
Not as much as people think.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really. I mean, it wasn't as a big deal as people make it.
Right. Murphy has mentioned like infighting and things like that, but you think that's a bit blunt in proportion? Hookups, things of that nature.
Yeah. I mean, I wasn't hooking up with anybody. Who was I hooking up with? I mean, so maybe it was happening. No one was inviting me.
Okay.
All right, guess we'll never know. Well, the former Glee star and New York Times bestselling author just stopped by the People Now studios. He chatted with Jeremy all about his new book, Stranger Than Fan Fiction, which is currently out now. So check out what he had to say about the new book.
Like I was so young when I started on TV myself, and I think it was such an interesting coming-of-age story that I had to write about it. Anyone I've ever met in the industry, I've stolen from their life.
Okay,
for this
good.
Book.
Favorite page in the book?
There's a chapter called Truth Shaming that I really enjoyed. truth shaming is kind of like fat shaming, but for honest people. And I've experienced that quite a bit in my life. So,
Wait, explain that a little more.
Well, I mean, like especially people like on TV shows, rather than being praised for honesty, we get shamed for saying the truth, right? So I thought that would be a funny thing to kind of write about.
That is really funny. It's like fat shaming, but it's truth shaming.
Yeah, truth shaming.
You can't take the truth. You can't handle the truth.
And I experienced that a lot in Glee, where they'd be like, "Did you just love that number?" I'm like, "No, we were in water for the whole day. Are you kidding me?"
Well, we couldn't let Chris go without finding out his favorite performance from his time on the hit show Glee. There's so many to choose from. Any guesses? Watch this.
I actually wrote an episode in the 5th season called Old Dogs, New Tricks, and I got to be Peter Pan, and I got to fly around in a harness, and that was incredible. I couldn't walk for a week afterwards, but it was so worth it.
Do you stay in touch with Darren Chris?
It's kind of, sort of, yeah, here and there, yeah.
Or other cast?
Kind of. I mean, we all had our own, our buddy. We had like a buddy system on that show, and so my buddies were Ashley Fink and Amber Riley, so I talked to them all the time.
So amazing. I think we all miss that show so much. And speaking of TV, one of our favorite Bachelorette couples, Ashley and J.P. Rosenbaum, are no strangers to reality TV. Besides finding love on The Bachelorette, the couple is currently on this season of WeTV's Marriage Boot Camp Reality Stars. The final episode airs tonight, so when Ashley and J.P. stop by the People Now studios with their adorable daughter, Essex Reese, Jeremy and I wanted to know how the couple is feeling now that their run on the show is coming to an end. Watch this.
You guys all know I have a little anxiety about certain things, and like I never thought that maybe that would affect JP. Like, what if he decides to not be together anymore because of that?
All right, so JP and Ashley, season finale of Marriage Boot Camp Reality Stars is tonight. So how do you feel about people seeing the end of your run on this show?
I'm actually excited because I feel like throughout the show, a lot of the people, a lot of the other couples were like, you know, you're not telling the truth. And like everything kind of unfolds tonight,
nice.
So you can see, you know, where the truth lies.
Oh, I like it. It's so tantalizing. But JP, what do you think you learned the most from your time at boot camp? Like, the most valuable thing that you take away?
That we really don't have it so bad.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
We really don't. We have normal problems just like any other couple.
Yeah.
Not relationship threatening. And
We have 2 kids now, so we have a hard time finding time to be alone. And when we were on the show, even though we weren't alone, we were spending time with each other. It was just us. So it was kind of like a mini vacation for us. So that's what I miss most about it. Yeah. Like going, you know, at the end of the day, like just talking in bed and just, I don't know, just spending time together.
Yeah, we're gonna have to find pockets of that going forward, but I think we've got another like 18 years before that.
Yeah, I think so.
Love them, and can't wait to see the finale tonight. And those are your Star Tracks for today.
This is Jennifer Lawrence in People. This is Jennifer photobombing Taylor Swift, and Sarah Jessica Parker and Liam Hemsworth, proving that while we all love the fashion of the red carpet, it's people who steal the show. People. The details make the story.
Guys, 10 years ago, Army vet Bill Koehler's life was saved when his son Aiden was born, giving him purpose and helping him turn things around. Now, as Bill's son Aiden fights a rare form of cancer, he's working to make sure he can enjoy a lifetime of dreams in his final months. He's joining us now via Skype. Bill, so sorry for what Aiden and your family are going through. Very tough thing. Any parent can imagine that is just so hard for you. Thank you for joining us today. Aiden was diagnosed with 2 brain tumors last August, given a prognosis of 8 to 12 months to live. What have the last 7 months been like for you?
Been pretty much whole world turned upside down.
Yeah, it's truly unimaginable, but it's so incredible what you're doing. You're working to fulfill as many dreams for Aiden as possible as he continues this cancer battle. Yesterday, he got to help hold 3 bear cubs as conservationists did some work on their mom. What was that experience like for him and for you?
Well, as we sat there waiting as a tranquilized mother, we both were like anxious. So the anticipation of just the cubs coming out, you didn't really know. I mean, this wasn't like going to a petting zoo. This was these were wild animals. So, I was shaken. He probably was shaken too because he was so excited to get a hold of them. But as you can see in the pictures, once he got these bears, he didn't want to leave them go.
Wow, what an incredible experience. Yeah, and it looks like he's definitely enjoying himself there. Got over the fear pretty quickly, it looks like. And I love his little shades too, by the way. Aiden also he's been getting calls from a slew of famous people, including Ted Nugent, Food Network's Guy Fieri. We have your video of the Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives host talking to Aiden. Let's watch a clip of that.
You ever watch the Food Network?
Yeah.
What's your favorite show?
Triple G.
Triple D? You're a good man. You're a good man.
Oh man, that's so great. Yeah, that was the right answer for sure. What did it mean for Aiden to be able to hear from one of his favorite stars?
Well, he was playing Xbox there, so he kind of didn't want to quit, but he didn't want to tell Guy Fieri that he liked Bobby Flay too. But, he's a little shy sometimes.
Sure. Well, undoubtedly that meant a lot to him. So cool that that was able to work out. Viewers can stay updated on Aiden by visiting aidensarmy.com. They can also click the donate button to help you and your family with medical expenses. I know it was very important for you to share Aiden's story. What do you hope people take away from his story and from the story of your family?
The biggest thing for me right now, we're trying to live what we're living, but this is such a rare thing. There's not a lot of research money put into and it's been almost 100% it's fatal.
Yeah, so obviously we hope research is really the key here, and we hope for developments there. Aiden's football number was number 4. Friends, family, strangers have been sending in pictures of themselves holding up 4 fingers. We're all holding up 4 fingers in his honor, and Bill, we will continue to hold up 4 fingers for him and for your family. Thank you for sharing everything that you're doing and for sharing your story today.
Thank you.
Really tough what that family is going through, and it's good that he's able to share the story, because research, attention given to this kind of thing can bring about more funding for those types of things, and we of course wish them the best and all of that. All right, switching gears, let's check in one more time with Facebook Live, some of the comments we're getting on many of the stories we're doing.
Yeah,
Andrea.
we want to know your pick for the next James Bond. Laura says Barack Obama has some time on his hands. I think he'd make a great Bond.
Tara says I would love Emma. That is actually
I know,
funny.
yeah, he does have some time on his hands.
I would say, or Tara says, I would love Emma Watson as the first female James Bond, calling her Jamie Bond, which makes perfect sense.
Lizette says Chris Pratt.
Well, Chris Pratt's the guy, isn't he?
Maybe, yeah. He's been really hot lately.
I'm still on team Idris Elba.
I know, same.
I think we're all there, right?
Yes, definitely.
Just make that happen. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Thanks for commenting and joining us all week this week. Be sure to tune in next week at 8:30 a.m. Eastern every single day. We're bringing you the most tear-jerking moments in honor of the This Is Us finale. Plus, we sit down with Nick Viall and the winner of The Bachelor on Tuesday. Very excited for that.
Thanks for watching. For now, we leave you with one last thing from Shay Mooney. Enjoy. Have a good weekend.
Bye, guys.
What's up, guys? I'm Shay Mooney from Dan and Shay, and this is One Last Thing. The last movie that gave me all the feels was Manchester by the Sea, and I don't want to say that it gave me all the feels, but not necessarily like any good ones. It pretty much was sad the whole time.
My heart was broken, and I know yours is broken too.
Our last family vacation that my entire family went on was to Branson, Missouri. Branson, when you're from Arkansas, it's like one of the greatest places on earth. And there's like all these roller coasters and just activities, so many good times. And I rode Wildfire, I think it was called. It was one of the scariest, biggest roller coasters in Missouri. I think it's one of the only roller coasters in Missouri. But that was our last family vacation. It was a good time. My last kiss was my fiance and my baby, Asher James. I got to kiss them goodbye before I came here. So I miss you and I love you. Mwah.
Hey YouTube! Don't forget to like this video and leave a comment if you enjoyed it. And for more people now, click on the subscribe button down here.
And check out more great video right now by clicking on one of these links.